Hi friends, it's your realtor Ernest Cooper. I hope that you're doing well. We're here at Cooper Realty headquarters and I'm filming this video because the real estate market has kind of slowed down, and it's due to the market shift because of the interest rates. I know that I have buyers that are waiting for the real estate bubble to burst and for prices to come down, and that is not going to happen. I'm here to explain to you why. I also have sellers that are scared, that have houses on the market or are thinking about houses, putting their house on the market, but they're afraid that real estate values are going to come down. That is not going to happen. We're not in a bubble. The bubble is not about to burst. There is just a market shift. Now let me back up my statements of saying this isn't going to happen. It's a good time to buy. It's a good time to sell. Before I get there, know that I've done a tremendous amount of research on this. 2 full days sitting at my desk here at Cooper Realty for almost 8 hours every day, doing research based on what the National Association of Realtors says, the Case-Shiller Index report, the Wall Street Journal. There's about 8 or 9 sources. Let's first start talking about inventory. And when you talk about real estate and inventory is calculated as follows. If no one places their property on the market, residential property on the market for sale today, period, doesn't happen. Based on the current rate of absorption, it will take X number of days before all of the available inventory is absorbed. Right now, as of July's reporting from the RMLS Market Action Report, there's 2 months of inventory on the market, and that represents 4,739 homes in the greater Portland Metroplex, the Tri-County area. Now, if you take all of the new construction permits here in the Portland Metroplex and pretend that they all come on the market this weekend, that's 2,993. You combine those and you're not even going to get up to 2.5 months of inventory. Therefore, the thing that we learned about in junior high, supply and demand in our economics classes, there's still a great amount of demand. There's a tiny bit of supply. Prices are going to keep going up. If you're a buyer, that's important. Buy now. Interest rates are predicted to remain flat for the foreseeable future. Buy now. The only thing that's happening right now in regards to home values is that the appreciation is not at 15%. It's dropping, but it's not going to go into the negative. Again, supply and demand. There's an increased amount of demand because of the limited supply. There's the in-migration coming into the Portland area and into Oregon is outpacing the out-migration. That has never changed. I was just spending a few days downtown with my wonderful husband, celebrating our 18th wedding anniversary, a staycation, and downtown is booming. The hotel is booming. There's tourists everywhere. So we're back into, we've recovered. Just know that the low supply in the Pacific Northwest is predicted to remain this way, and this is nationally too, well into the 2030s. FYI. The current average price for a home in the Portland Metroplex is $620,000 in July. Just in June alone, the average sales price was $570,000. In 1 month, $50,000 in the average sale price of a home going up. Buy now. And if you're looking to move up, which is one of the things that Cooper Realty specializes in, myself, Joe, Rachel, Josh, one of the things that we specialize in is the move-up buyer, to make it as stress-free as possible for when you're selling your house and moving up to another one or downsizing, for example. We have tricks up our sleeve to make that as seamless as possible. Now, interestingly enough, Evan Swanson from Swanson Home Loans has been saying for about the past 2 years, he's been saying the interest rates need to go up because it's going to be a stabilizer for the home values. And he backed this statement up. He proves that by buying a house now with a higher interest rate, without getting into a bidding war, paying $150,000 over list price with a lower interest rate is actually going to make you thousands of dollars. In this scenario, it's around The 48,000. So just wait for that, watch the video, wait for the explanation to come out in writing, and it will blow your mind. It blew mine. Another reason to get into the market now is for buyers, is that you're not going to be paying $150,000 over list price. You might pay list price, you might pay 20, 25 if you get into a competitive situation where you're against another offer or two. So this is going to afford you the luxury of paying closer to list price. In the scenario that Evan presents, the house today that he uses as one of his comparisons actually listed like at $599,900, and it closed at $585,000. So are you having to pay full list price? Maybe not. Depends on how long it's been on the market. Talk to me. I'll help you. We got this. The other thing is, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, we would go out on tour with our buyers. They'd see something they'd like, and we would immediately have to write an offer and be competitive with 12 other offers. Right now, you have the luxury of time. You won't have to write an offer same day as viewing. You have the luxury of waiting for a couple of days. Now, there are the one-offs where it's priced very well. It looks amazing. It's in a great neighborhood, and you'll get into a competing situation. You are not going to be competing with 12 to 22 offers as in the past. So market shifted. Yes, everything that I'm explaining to you is clearly pointing out that it's shifted, but there's no bubble. There's no bubble about to burst. Another good reason that there's a bubble that isn't about to burst is that in 2020, 50% of homeowners in the Portland Metroplex had 50% equity or more in their home. Interestingly enough, in 2022, those same homeowners have 80% or more equity in their homes. No one is going to walk away from that much money. I want to read you what the mortgagereport.com article, a very recent article, states about home prices. Home prices will likely hold steady or even increase. If we look back at the last 6 recessions, mortgage rates ended up coming down because that is exactly what happens to mortgage rates during a recession. And home values held the line or slightly increased in value. Did you know that there have been 48 recessions since 1933? In all cases, every single one, except the Great Recession, all home values held steady or increased. And these recessions sometimes were as short as 6 months. Most lasted 18 to 24 months. And in all cases, the feds lowered the interest rates, the mortgage rates fell, and the housing market purred right along, and prices stayed the course, and in most recessions improved. The primary reasons the feds do this is because they know that real estate closings in any market is a major economic contribution and contributes to bringing the nation out of recession. And just so you know, I did research for a presentation similar to this in 2020, and I learned that in this area, one real estate transaction employs between 16 and 22 people. So think about that. Home inspectors, interior designers, people that are going to install your new appliances, carpet, the realtors, the escrow officers, the realtors' assistants, like my right-hand man, Joe King. And it also pumps. Are you ready? Sit down. One real estate transaction pumps $146,000 into the local economy. Blew my mind. Now let's talk about, are we in a recession? Are we going into a recession or not? It depends on who you're talking to, but I'm in the camp of we're not. We could be close, but we're not. And here's why. Unemployment is now at 3.6%. Personal income growth for Oregon is 7.3, and versus the US is at a whopping 6.2. There are 0.2% more jobs now than before the pandemic. And home sales are slightly below 2019. 2019 was the full year before the pandemic hit us in 2020. So we still have August, September, October, November, December, 5 more months, and I do firmly believe that the home sales are going to beat 2019's. Here's something else to consider. Lawrence Yun, he is the chief economic expert for the National Association of Realtors. And on July 21st, 2022, he said the following.
The housing market activity since the onset of the pandemic has been quite surprising and extraordinary. Home sales reached multi-year highs, home prices set new records. But beginning this year, market conditions have shifted dramatically. Even as the home sales have softened in recent months, the median home price continued to set new record, in June reaching $416,000, which is a rise of 13.4% from 1 year ago. Other price measurements have shown appreciation rate of closer to 20%. I believe home prices are set to decelerate given the home sales softening conditions, but I do not foresee any national home price decline.
So in closing, as you all can tell, I keep my entire being, body, heart, soul, and mind focused on the real estate activity and the real estate community for you. So you guys, don't be on the fence. Today is a really good time to buy. Today is a really good time to sell. If you wait, as a buyer, prices are going to keep going up. If you wait as a seller because you're scared that the values are going down and you might have to sell at a loss, that isn't going to happen. I hope what I just said proves it to you. So give me a call. You know, seriously, this is a call to action. Because let's have a private, confidential discussion about what I like to call your next real estate adventure. So from my office to wherever you are, I hope it's as nice where you are as it is here today. I wish you all the best, and all of you guys know that I love each and every one of you. Peace out.